Hello, dudes, dudettes, duders, and everyone in between, and welcome to How to Do Everything So You Don't Have to. I'm your host, Jesse Kester. Today we are talking about something that is a little bit off the map from what we usually do on this channel, but it's been coming up a lot, so I wanted to address it head on. Fashion runway walking. Yes, today's video is about how to walk that beautiful runway, the silver strip of glitz and glamour that we've all come to know and love and tolerate, the catwalk. Let's get into it so you can get back to walking. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, there's one thing I have to get off the chest, and that is that I am not, nor have I ever been, a runway model. Also, I'm not a fashion brand. Okay, I suppose that was two things, but let's continue unencumbered. I am but a humble videographer who has one goal inside of his heart, and that is to make you, the model, look fantastic. That is to make you, the talent, look incredible. That is to make you, the human, look divinely unencumbered by mediocrity. And I believe that working together, we can achieve that lofty goal. This video is strictly technical. I've got no advice regarding aesthetics for you. Aesthetics are going to be handled by the hair team, the makeup team, and the designer backstage. I've got nothing for you in that department, obviously. We're just going to be talking about technical information regarding the walk, the audience, and the cameras. And there's a reason we're doing this video. It's because we have noticed a growing skill gap when it comes to runway models, and we couldn't be happier for that. The reason for this is that fashion brands are increasingly attracted to authenticity over classically trained runway models, and this is excellent news for everyone. I am so glad to be working with models who haven't clocked the same hours as the models we were working with 10 years ago. It's a wonderful trend, and I'm celebrating it every day. But we do have to go over some technical information so that you can hit it out of the park every time you step on the catwalk. Let's get into the two cameras we shoot with. We've got the one camera on a tripod, and that is our love camera. And we call it the love camera because you are going to make that camera fall in love with you by the end of the evening. The other camera is on a gimbal. That's our mobile camera, and we'll get into that one a little bit later. Let's talk about that love camera. You're going to give that love camera 3 looks. The first 2 are your choice, but the third one is going to be the James Bond. So look 1, whatever you want, look 2, whatever you want, and look 3, the James Bond. And we do this one to show off jewelry. You might have bracelets or a wristwatch, and we've got to be able to see it with that camera. So always end, when you're playing to the camera, always end with the James Bond. Before you get dressed for the evening, make sure you know which one is your dominant hand. Practice this in front of the mirror. Are you a lefty or are you a righty? And make sure that your designer knows this. If you favor the left hand, they need to put the bracelets on the left hand. Also, this works for earrings when they're going for an asymmetrical look. Sometimes you got like a big bushy earring on one side and nothing on the other side. And this is a creative decision. I love it when I see it. But you want to be showing off that earring. You don't want to be showing off the ear without the earring. So learn which side is your dominant side and make sure the jewelry is on that one. And you're going to end with the James Bond. Let's talk about those first 2 poses. Pose number 1 can be yours. Pose number 2 can be yours. You should have a back pocket of about a dozen poses that make you look phenomenal. Figure these out in front of a vertical mirror. You don't have to do this alone. Get together with some of your model friends and figure out your poses together. If you can't round them all up, just take some photos with your cell phone and send them out to your peers and get some feedback on which looks suit you most divinely. And don't feel like you're locked into just communicating with your model friends on this topic. Send them out to your partner, send them out to your drinking buddies. Find out what looks work the best for you and just keep them in your back pocket. For every catwalk, every photo shoot you do, you're gonna wanna bust them out. I have the Wonder Woman and the slightly angry principal. Those are my 2 looks. That's what I can do. And of course, I bust out the James Bond at the end. Figure out what your looks are. When you get to the love camera, pose 1, 2, 3, pose 1, 2, 3, pose 1, 2, 3. And if you really want to shine us on, give us a flirt at the end. Like I said, this is the love camera. Let it fall in love with you. Give us a kiss or a sexy look like Dracula. Or if you really want to get shiny, start to walk away and then snap back and give us one of those one of those Austin Powers looks. We love that one. Try to do it a little sexier than Austin Powers and much sexier than whatever I just did. Once you are done at the love camera, you're moving on to the audience. Forget about the cameras. They don't matter to you anymore. Now's the time to make eye contact with the audience and begin your walk down the full runway. We are going to be ready with the gimbal when you are ready to walk. That said, if you see me going like this behind the gimbal, hold off for a moment. If you see me going like this, please start walking. If you see me just holding the camera and waiting, you're good to go. You can do it as you please. If you want to take a minute and really kind of make that connection with the audience, find a couple of people that you know and love and give them some eye contact, get their big smile back. This helps a lot. If you're new to runway modeling, sometimes you might not feel totally confident the first time you bust out. You got to fake it till you make it. But if you don't want to fake it completely, take that moment, find your people in the audience, give them your biggest smile, and I guarantee you it's going to come back tenfold to you. And the adrenaline kick that hits from that will get you to the end of the runway. I promise. It'll get you feeling so good, so confident, and so engaged with the crowd. Use it to get to the end of that runway. And we're going to be filming you on the mobile camera. We'll be walking with you. Don't worry, you're not going to hit us. Not a chance of that. We have this planned. We know what we're doing. Just walk forward, keep that contact going with the audience, flirt with them, let them know that you love them, let them love you back. It is a wonderful, wonderful exchange if you can take the time and you can be present enough to make it happen. Once you're done, once you're at the end of the runway, you're probably going to be diverted off. Sometimes we have the models do a U-turn. Sometimes they're diverted. Either way, when you get to the end of the runway, give us one of these. Do it better than I just did it, but give us a full 360. If you've got a dress or a skirt, a long flowing coat, really let that thing fly. We are shooting everything slow motion, and that is going to look chef's kiss beautiful when it's done. Then you're done. You're clear. You're free. You have completed that look, and you can either be diverted off, depending on the setup, or you can do the U-turn and head back and let the next model have their moment in the spotlight. Designers, we need to talk. I want you in my office right now, and it's not going to be pleasant, but I promise you when we get to the other side of this conversation, everyone's going to be better for it. There is a disturbing trend, and I do not care for it one bit, and it is this. The models have walked. The looks were gorgeous. The audience is thrilled. They have that joy in their hearts that one can only experience when they have seen new and beautiful art, and this art was created by you, and now you have a responsibility to receive some praise. And what I'm seeing time and again is the designers come out with their shoulders hunched over and the hand in front of the face and the hair in front of the eyes, and they come out, do a quick wave, and then they bolt down the runway and try to get out of there as quick as possible. Look, I get it. I don't like audiences either. There is a reason I am broadcasting from a secret bunker 300 miles beneath the Earth's surface right now. I understand that feeling of not wanting to be in front of a crowd, but you've got a job. You've got a job to do, and we need to get you doing it correctly. So that means before you step out, know where your people are in the audience and be ready to make eye contact with them. Right before you go out, square your shoulders, straighten your back, step out to the center of the stage, the start of the catwalk. Find those people that you know are in the audience that you can give a smile, and they're going to give one right back. And use that smile back to give you the confidence that you need to get to the end of that runway. You have a job to do in this moment. The audience, the sound technicians, the video technicians, the models, we are all there in that room, in that building, in that specific time to celebrate you and your creativity. Receive that celebration. For gosh sakes, what are you thinking when you come out there and you just run through it and you try to get out of there as quick as you can? You have a responsibility. Shoulder that responsibility. And you'll be glad you did, I promise. All right, that wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much, designers, for putting your creativity out there. Thank you, models, for walking the catwalk. I feel no comfort when I'm out there in front of a crowd, and I really, really appreciate the contributions you make to the world of events and the world of art when you do these things. So thank you so much for doing what you do. I appreciate it more than words can express, and I am so excited to shoot with you the next time that we are on set, because you will have seen this video, you're going to do it fantastically, and you can poke your head from the dressing room, and you can tell immediately which models have seen this video and which haven't. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back at you in the future to scold you about something else. Bye!